I want to ask you a simple question. What is Grand Theft Auto? Seriously, if Rockstar called you right now and asked you to describe GTA in one sentence, what would you say? Would you call it a crime game, an open world sandbox, a role playing game, a life simulator? Because after spending the last few weeks reading GTA 6 discussions online, I'm honestly not sure people agree anymore. Everywhere I look, people are asking for the same things. Can I own restaurants? Will I have to pay taxes? Can I become a police officer? Will every building be enterable? Can I own 20 businesses? Will I need to fill my car with gas? And before anyone gets mad, I'm not saying these ideas are bad. Some of them would actually be really cool. But I started noticing something. It feels like people aren't asking Rockstar to make the next Grand Theft Auto. They're asking Rockstar to make the ultimate life simulator. And I don't think that's random. I think something happened over the last 12 years that quietly changed what people expect from GTA. GTA used to be about freedom. Think back to the first GTA you really fell in love with. For me, that was GTA San Andreas. When I loaded into that game, I wasn't thinking about buying businesses. I wasn't thinking about making passive income. I wasn't thinking about realistic fuel consumption. I just wanted to explore. I'd steal some random cars, listen to the radio, cause absolute chaos. See what happens if I punch someone, see how long I could survive with 5 stars, find places I wasn't supposed to reach. That's what made GTA special. Freedom, not realism. People love to call GTA realistic, but honestly, it never really was. I mean, think about it. You can survive explosions, carry an entire arsenal in your pocket, lose the police by driving into an alley for 30 seconds, steal military equipment without starting World War III. None of that is realistic, but it feels believable enough that you stop questioning it. Rockstar never tried to recreate real life. They recreated the feeling of living in a movie. Then GTA Online changed everything. When GTA Online came out, at first, it was just another mode. You messed around with your friends, raced cars, did a few missions, nothing too serious. But over time, everything changed. Rockstar kept adding businesses, nightclubs, bunkers, CEO offices, motorcycle clubs, warehouses, acid labs, hangars, passive income, daily objective, weekly bonuses. Suddenly, people weren't talking about the story anymore. The conversation became, what's the fastest way to make money? Which business pays the most? What's the best grinding routine? Should I buy the Kasatka or the agency first? And honestly, that's completely understandable. Rockstar designed the game that way. If you wanted the newest car, you had to grind. If you wanted the newest business, you had to grind. If you wanted the newest update, you guessed it, more grinding. Without realizing it, GTA slowly stopped being a sandbox for a lot of players. It became an economy. And then roleplay exploded. This is where I think the biggest shift happened. Before I continue, let me be clear. I don't hate roleplay. Actually, I think it's one of the coolest things the GTA community has ever created. Seriously. People built entire cities, police departments, hospitals, businesses, court systems, news stations. People literally made careers playing GTA RP. That's incredible. It kept GTA 5 alive for years, but I also think it changed how an entire generation sees Grand Theft Auto. Because for millions of players, their first experience with GTA wasn't Trevor, or Nico, or CJ, it was FiveM. That's a completely different version of GTA. Go read any GTA 6 wishlist. You'll probably see things like, I want realistic jobs, I want taxes, I want to pay rent, I want realistic prison, I want insurance, I want to own restaurants, I want to be a mechanic, I want to be a police officer. Again, those aren't bad ideas, but I have to ask, when did GTA become about working? When did Grand Theft Auto become the game where people want responsibilities? Sometimes I genuinely laugh reading wish lists because people are basically asking Rockstar to recreate adulthood. I already pay bills. I already work. I already buy groceries. When I launch GTA, I don't want another job. I want an escape. If you ask me, Rockstar has never been the best because of realism. They're the best because of immersion. There's a difference. Immersion isn't making me fill my gas tank every 20 minutes. Immersion is hearing an argument between two random NPCs and stopping to watch. Immersion is getting distracted on the way to a mission because something unexpected happened. Immersion is finishing a mission, then spending another 3 hours doing absolutely nothing important, and somehow having the time of your life. That's Rockstar. Not realism. Worlds that feel alive. Characters you remember years later. Stories people talk about over a decade after release. Nobody remembers Arthur Morgan because he shaved his beard. People remember Arthur because he felt human. Nobody remembers Nico Bellic because he could use a taxi. People remember him because of his story. That's Rockstar's strength. Always has been. I honestly don't envy Rockstar because they're trying to satisfy two completely different audiences. One group wants another unforgettable single player experience, the other wants the ultimate roleplay sandbox. Well, maybe Rockstar can do both, at least I hope they can, but I also hope they don't forget what made GTA special in the first place. Because if they focus too much on simulating everyday life, they might forget to make that life interesting. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe GTA 6 will have restaurants, jobs, gas stations, taxes, and somehow make all of it fun. I'd love that. But I also hope that 10 years from now, when people talk about GTA 6, they aren't talking about how many businesses they owned or how realistic the fuel system was. I hope they're talking about moments. A mission that shocked them, a character they'll never forget, a random encounter that made them stop the car, a place they stumbled across by accident, because that's what I remember from every great Rockstar game I've ever played. Not the grind, not the money, the memories. Maybe GTA hasn't changed. Maybe the community has. And maybe that's why GTA 6 feels like such a difficult game to make. Thank you for watching. Hey, stop. Don't forget to subscribe.